Hi guys. Thank you for checking out my blog, Janine's Journey with Renal Kidney Failure. As a renal kidney failure patient over the past couple of years, I've experienced a lot, and I just thought I'd share my knowledge with you as to actually share my knowledge and experiences with you if you're going through renal kidney failure yourself, or if you're in the process of deciding what type of dialysis you should undertake. You might have a lot of questions, and I thought I'd just share my knowledge with you. Now, by no means am I trying to overtake whatever your doctors might be telling you, so please continue to listen to your doctor. I'm just sharing my opinions and sharing my experiences with you and my journey with renal kidney failure. Throughout my blogs, I'll be posting several different blogs. So throughout my blogs, you'll hear firsthand experiences from me as to what I've experienced with renal kidney failure. You'll hear what type of dialysis I've decided to go with. By the way, I've gone through both peritoneal dialysis and hemodialysis, and with such, you have to get catheters placed into your body for this. I'm going to explain to you my experience with both catheters inside of my body right now. I have there's a lot of things that I just want to share with you, and just to try and help your process run smoothly, or just answer any questions. It might be a bit confusing, so just to answer any questions that you might have with peritoneal dialysis or hemodialysis. You'll also hear from different people as well. I'm going to get a few family members to speak with you and just share their thoughts and opinions, because renal kidney failure not only affects myself as a patient, but affects family members as well. As you will know, as a renal kidney failure patient, it affects a lot of people. So I'm gonna have different people speak with you and just share their thoughts as to the process of what they've experienced with renal kidney failure, or being a friend of someone that has renal kidney failure. You'll hear from my daughter, my 12-year-old daughter. Her name's Tatiana, and she will share her thoughts and opinions as well. And just, it's going to be a very informative blog. I don't plan on doing this, for months and months on end. I just want to share bit by bit my experiences and share with you, different point of views from different family members, my daughter, etc. So, with that being said, here we go. With renal kidney failure, when you first hear the news, it's a shock to the system. It catches you off guard. I know it completely threw me for a loop, and eventually you have to get these toxins out of your system. Your kidney no longer can filter out the toxins, so you have to have help, and that's where dialysis comes in. There's different types of dialysis. The two dialysis that I'll be speaking about is peritoneal dialysis and hemodialysis. With peritoneal dialysis, it's basically you get a catheter placed into your stomach, and this catheter, you connect it to your peritoneal bags, and these bags have fluid in them. With these bags, you can connect it to your catheter, and once you connect, the fluid, through gravity, drains into your system, into your peritoneal cavity, and it sits there and it filters out the toxins that your kidney should be doing. And it stays in there for, depending on which strength or level of bag that you're using, the fluid will then absorb your toxins, and you just keep the fluid in there. You can continue about your day. You can go to work, you can sleep, you can take a nap, eat, you can do what you normally do. But your doctor will advise you there's certain things you can't do, like, for example, exercising, jumping up and down vigorously, jumping jacks, etc. But overall, you can continue with your day. And when it's time to release these fluids, you connect to an empty dialysis bag. The fluid from in your peritoneal cavity will then drain out into that bag, and then you just replace it with a fresh set of fluids. And so they're called twin bags. And with the twin bags, like I said, it's just in and out, and it's just a process that you go in and out, back and forth, back and forth. The fluid stays in your system depends on the bag. It could be up to, 12 hours, maybe 14 hours if you're using the larger bag. If you're using the larger bag, by the way, it's a 7.5 bag. If you're using a 2.5 bag or 1.5 bag, then the length of time that it stays in your peritoneal cavity, it's less. You also have another option, which is hemodialysis, which is when you go to the hospital, you actually have to get a catheter placed into your neck and your line, it's called. And with that line, it connects to the machine at the hospital, and the machine filters for you. You sit there for about 4 hours. You go approximately 3 times a day, depending on your situation, and you get connected to this machine. The machine will then filter your blood. It will, using your line, the blood gets pulled from the line into the machine, filters through, and then it recirculates back into your line and back into your body. And that process just keeps going over and over and over again for 4 hours. Like I said, depending on your situation, you might have to do dialysis longer. It might be, 3 times a week. It might be 4 times a week. Your doctor will advise you. For me, it was 3 times a week, 4 hours each day or each session. What I'd like to do is actually take the time to show you what the line looks like. I have the hemodialysis line and the peritoneal dialysis line in me right now, which is a rarity because you usually don't have 2 lines at the same time. But there's a reason for that, and that's simply because when I had my peritoneal dialysis line inside of me, it stopped working. Now, like I said, I'm going to tell you different situations that happened with me while I was going through dialysis. My line stopped working, and then we had to switch to hemodialysis instead. And it was, in the end, everything worked out in the end, but it was a very up and down process, and it was a lot. It took a toll on me, but we made it. We managed to make through the situation. We, meaning my family and myself, we made it through the situation. So right now, I'm going to show you my line. This is my hemodialysis line. Now it's right here. It actually leads. This is part of my line. It's connected into one of my veins, and we have to have it covered all the time. You can't have it exposed because if you do, germs, bacteria, etc. can get in there. So that's why it's continuously covered. And right here, let's see if you can see this. Right here, it's actually wrapped up. And this, when you take the gauze off, there's actually 2 tubes that kind of sticks out like this. And this is what's connected to the machine. And this is what's used to filter the blood. I'll go into more details with this as well a little bit later on. That will probably be in my next, well, actually not probably, that will be in my next blog. But as of now, this is just to give you an idea as to what happens, and this is how they filter your blood using hemodialysis. So, and my other line, which I will show you in the other blog as well, that way I get you coming back. The other line is in my stomach. So it's a lot of information, and it's a lot to take. It's a lot of information to take in. But once again, that's what your family, friends, great support system is for. Your doctors, your medical team, that's what they're all here for. And if you have any questions, of course, during this blog or any of my other blogs that I post regarding hemodialysis, peritoneal dialysis, please feel free to drop me a line, and I will try to answer your questions as best as possible. It's a scary process. It could be a confusing process, but hopefully this blog can help you through this, and hopefully you'll realize that, of course, it's for the best, and this too shall pass. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on my next blog. Have a great day. Take care.